the way. Hey, we start our day. Hey, we got the knowledge. Hey, to go to college. Hey, but don't start there. Nope, go anywhere. Hey, this is the way. Hey, we start our day. Hey, Brooks College, where's the party at? Right here with these books. Hey, Brooks Scholars, what time is it? Nice and loud, time to motivate you. Hi, friends, and welcome to day 13 of Word Study. Today is Friday, April 3rd, 2020. So again, day 13. A lot of friends don't have the packet, which is okay. And we're just going to continue to do what we've been doing this entire time, which is just using a blank piece of paper with a pencil. Or if you have your packet, that's great. So let's get straight into it. Today we're going to do our consonants. These are important because you might see a tricky word with a chunk or a letter sound, and it'll help you decode or read the word a little faster. So let's do this. Massachusetts, Massachusetts. M says MB says MN says Power, power. P says P. Question, question. Qu, qu, qu. QU says Qu. Jazz, jazz. J, j, j. J says J. GE says J. GI says J. GY says J. DGE says J. GU says J. Baseball, baseball. B, b, b. B says B. College, college. K, k, k. C says K. K says K. CK says K. QUE says K. Focus, focus. F says PH says GH says like in the end of enough. Respect, respect. R says WR says Galaxy, galaxy. G, g, g. G says G. BNAGH says G. GUE says G. Extinct, extinct. X, x, x. X says X. KS says X. EX says X. Like in the EX in extinct. X. Kindergarten, kindergarten. K, k, k. K says K. C says K. Final CK says K. CH says K. QUE says K. Zoo, zoo. Z, z, z. Z says Z. S says Z. X says Z. Yoga, yoga. Y, y, y. Y says Y. I did a few yoga poses not so long ago. Stretched his body. Violin, violin. V, v, v. V says V, like in Vargas. Senator, senator. S says S. CE says S. CI says S. CY says S. Legend, legend. Ooh, ooh, ooh. L says ooh. L-E says ooh. E-L says ooh. Like in John Legend. We just ordinary people. It's my guy. It's my guy. Washington, Washington. W, w, w. W says w. W-H says w. Healthy, healthy. H says W-H says. So now we know that W-H could say w or determined, determined. D, d, d. D says d. ED says d. Teamwork, teamwork. T, t, t. T says t. ED says t. BT says t. Nation, nation. N says KN says GN says That's it for our heart words. If you had any trouble on these, make sure you rewind the video and replay them. We have nothing but time, friends. Next up, we have our heart words. I'm going to say the word. We're going to spell the word. Well, we are going to say the word, spell the word, and say it again. Let's do this. Please. P-L-E-A-S-E. Please. Thank. T-H-A-N-K. Thank. Three. T-H-R-E-E. Three. Usually. This one's a long one. U-S-U-A-L-L-Y. Usually. Walk. W-A-L-K. Walk. Can't. C-A-N apostrophe T. Can't. Didn't. D-I-D-N apostrophe T. Didn't. Don't. D-O-N apostrophe T. Don't. Aisle. I apostrophe L-L. Aisle. Like I'll go to Walgreens to pick up some medicine. Let's see if you know if you could say them in a sonnet. All right, let's do this. Sure, you guys did a great job. Let's go over them together. Please. Thank. 3. Usually. Walk. Can't. Didn't. Don't. Aisle. I'm sure you guys did an amazing job. If any of these are a little tricky, I would just suggest practicing them. So right now, I'm going to have the words up on the screen. I want you to pause the video. Write each word 3 times. This is super important because it is important that you know how to read these, but also write these in a sonnet. So right now, pause the video and write each word down 3 times. Go. Alrighty, friends, hopefully by now you are done, or you should be done by now because you should have paused the video and written each word down 3 times. Now we have grammar. And It looks like Ms. Vargas made a little mistake, but you guys are going to just follow along with the video anyways. So if you have the packet, it says underline pronouns. What I meant to say was underline verbs and circle nouns. However, we're doing something a little different where we are separate or making our work or blank. If you don't have the sheet, you're making your worksheet or your piece of paper look like this. Nouns on one side, verbs on another. I want you to put maybe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines for nouns and 6 lines for verbs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure these are nice and long so that you can fit long words in it. So your worksheet or your blank piece of paper should look something like this. On the screen, you're going to see 3 sentences. I'm going to read each sentence out loud. When I finish reading the sentence, I want you to reread every sentence and write down all of the nouns in each of the sentences and write down all of the verbs. So the sentence is, or the sentences are, the first one is, they are going to have a blast in the pool. So you're asking yourself, are there any verbs or nouns? The next sentence, Josue and his sister love going on walks. The next sentence, can you grab their book baggie before you leave? And remember, a noun is a person, place, thing, animal, or an idea. A verb is an action, but there could also be being verbs. So stop and ask yourself, reread the sentence. Is there any nouns or are there any nouns or verbs in the sentences? Go. And remember, you're just writing the words. So if there's a noun, write the word. Again, going through every sentence, word by word. And remember, pronouns are not the same things as nouns. We went over pronouns yesterday, so don't get mixed up. Okay, if you're not done, it is okay. I want you to pause the video, and when you unpause it, we can go over it together. So, in the first sentence, they are going to have a blast. The pronouns took place of all of the nouns. So there were no nouns in that sentence. Now, they are going. So are and going are being verbs. I'm sorry, are is a being verb and to go is an action. To like going to do something like you're going, that's an action that you're doing. And to have is also an action, so it will be considered a verb. In the next sentence, Josue and his sister love going on walks. Josue is a noun because he's a person. Sister is a noun because she is a person. And again, there was going on that sentence again, so I didn't write it twice. I just left it there. And then walks. Walks is an action that you could do. In the next sentence, can you grab their book baggie before you leave? You is a pronoun. It's taking place of a noun. So it's not a noun. However, if you said book baggie, because a book baggie is a thing, I said, I'll give your brain a kiss. Mwah. To grab, if you said grab is an action, therefore it is a verb. Great job. And to leave is an action as well. It's an action that you could do. Like you can actually leave and we see you doing it as an action. So if you had any trouble on this, again, grammar, the grammar rules are pretty, it could be a little tricky, and that's okay. Just make sure you reach out to your teachers and we can help you right away. Next up, we have dictation. I'm going to say the sentence twice. We're going to say it together, and you need to make sure that you're listening very carefully because I'm only going to say it twice, and we're only going to say it together once. This ensures that you're using your listening skills to help when reading, not when reading, when listening to me say the word. So thinking about your proper writing habits, and today's Friday, so you should know what we should be doing by now. I want you to stop and think about your proper writing habits as you write your sentence down. Ask yourself the questions we've been asking ourselves every day. Got it? Got it. All right, so the sentence is, I am so excited to watch that good movie. I am so excited to watch that good movie. All together. I am so excited to watch that good movie. 9. Because this one was a little fast, a little long, I'm going to say it again. I was so excited to watch that good movie. 9. G. Make sure you're thinking about those proper writing habits. Going back and double, triple checking my work. All right, if you're not done writing the sentence, it means you're taking your time and that's totally fine. I want you to pause the video and then when you press play, we'll go over it together. Okay. If you have, I am so excited to watch that good movie. I said, give your brain a kiss. Mwah. You did a really good job listening and thinking about those 9 words that should be in your sentence. Now let's think about our proper writing habits. If you started with I, capital I, because I by itself is capitalized and also it's the beginning of the sentence, I said I gave your brain a kiss. Mwah. If you put an exclamation point or a period, really great job. I didn't ask a question. I was just simply stating that I am so excited to watch that movie. Actually, I think I said I'm so excited. So if you wrote I am or I'm, that's totally okay. So if you put a punctuation mark, so a period or an exclamation point, great job. Now let's read every word. I is a heart word. I, you got it. Am, another heart word. A-M. So, another heart word. S-O. Excited. Excited is definitely a word you could have stretched out. I know E-X says X and then silent C. I, excited. And I know ed says d. Now, if you wrote an S for excited, that's okay because you're spelling it the way it sounds. But again, I've read excited in a book and I know that this sounds right and looks right. 2, heart word, T-O. Watch, W, T-C-H says ch. If you put an O because it kind of sounds like the O sound, watch, or W-O-C-H, phonetically that sounds right, which is great. I again I know how to spell watch because I've seen it in so many books that I've read. So if you spelled it W-A-T-C-H, that's how you correctly spell it. But if you spelled it W-O-C-H, watch, that's okay as well. That is a heart word. T-H-A-T. That. Good is a heart word. G-O-O-D. Movie. Movie is one of those words that it actually isn't spelled the way it's like each letter's sound is. So if you spelled movie, ooh, 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 because E, movie, something like this, that's phonetically correct. Give your brain a kiss. Mwah. But I know the correct way to spell movie is M-O-V-I-E. That's it for dictation. I'm sure you did a great job. Keep up the great work. Next up, we have nonsense words. I am going to put them on my slate right now. Let's see. Alrighty, friends. Take a moment to pause the video and write these down. Okay, hopefully by now you've written each word down. What I want you to do is find the chunks in each word and figure out what nonsense word this is. I see a bunch of chunks. You can even underline the chunks, circle chunks, whatever you need in order to figure out what nonsense word this is. I want you to do this for each word. So I'm going to do it now. I'm going to try to figure out what these nonsense words say. Nonsense words are always a little funny to me. All right, so hopefully you figured out each nonsense word. If not, I want you to pause the video and figure each one out. Remember those chunks. Say certain sounds. So let's go over it. In this nonsense word, I know WR says R, like in right. OI says oi. And then TION says, so let's blend this one together. R, oi, roif, roifshun, roifshun, or roifshun. If you said roifshun, I said I'll give your brain a kiss. Mwah. Next one. GR says grr. EW says ooh. LE says oh. But I know I can simply add this sound and it says cool. Now let's successively blend the word together. Grr, ooh, grouple, grouple, grouple. If you said grouple, I said I'll give your brain a kiss. Mwah. Next one. SL says ooh. I know U by itself says it's a short sound. And then ER says R. So let's successively blend it together. And notice how I always go back to the first sound. Slow, sluff, sluffer, sluffer. If you said sluffer, I said I'll give you a kiss. Mwah. Now, I want you to write down the number of syllables in each nonsense word. Then I want you to circle the vowel or the vowel chunk. We know each syllable starts with an A or is a vowel. So it's A, E, I, O, U, sometimes Y, or it's a vowel chunk. Go. Okay, I'm going back and double checking. If you're not done, it's okay. It's okay. I want you to pause the video and get that done. If you are done, let's go over it together. So, Roifshun. Let's tap it out. Roifshun. Snap it out. Roifshun. 2 syllables. Well, what are the vowel chunks? In Roif, we have OIs coming together to say oi. In shun, that's our second chunk. So the 2 vowels right here that are coming together are I and O. Next one, grouple. Grouple, grouple. 2. Well, in grew, we have the E, and in pull, you have the E as well. Next one, sluffer. Sluffer, sluffer. Well, in slu, we have the U, and fur, we have the E. Remember, each syllable has a vowel or a vowel chunk. I'm sure you guys did amazing on this per usual. And I hope you enjoy your wonderful weekend. I know you guys have been working really hard and I want you to keep it up. You know, this is like our second week and a half doing remote learning and I'm so proud of you guys. And as you know, strange as this is, I'm still noticing all of your growth And, be really thankful to your parents because they're working hard to keep your brain sharp, and be thankful for yourselves because a lot of your parents have been saying how you have been using the power to keep learning. So keep up the great work, guys, and I will see you on Monday. Mwah. See you guys later.